season for one team. It is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Washington State Cougars and the Texas State Bobcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Well, guys, Coach told me this has to here today. It's always a little emotional when you're playing against the team you transferred away from. He understands that the fans could be for him and against him here in this stadium today, but he said, I just want you to lock in and keep your eyes on our team and doing your job here today. I'll keep you posted on how he's doing and what the fans are saying to this young player in his return. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for room. It's Voorhees. Knocked off his feet.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. They'll try to get it through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion. Washington State going back to work on first down. That's caught. It's Freeman. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And how about the defense setting the tone in this game? First drive, first mistake made for the offense. Nice job forcing the INT. And how about this? They had 3 last week. They're looking to get 3 again this week.
Defense wants to bring the heat. wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sparks. On the move at the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo.
Man, this guy is so dangerous with the ball in his hand. That was an RPO. He caught that thing behind the line of scrimmage, but once he had it, he made one quick cut, and that was it. His speed, his elusiveness, he is so dangerous. Defense just couldn't corral him, and he rips off a huge play on what was a very, very short throw on the RPO.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Can't make the catch, and it'll be third down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
You just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Under fire. Hauls it in. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Bobcats are marching down the field. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's.
There's a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas State.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Handoff to the single running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit.
Maybe some room here. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And he He's in for his second touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Handoff to the single back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Sweet spin. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Plucks it out of the air. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Freeman. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to get the ball to their playmakers. Let's see how these wideouts are doing so far. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Washington State going quickly. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The snap sets up the throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When I get inside the 3 on 1st and goal, I want to be aggressive with the run. I want to be physical. I want to be the more dominant team. You might know it's coming, but I'm still going to bring it. They tried to go with the changeup. They tried to
Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Cougars. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Pryor. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I love finding those easy plays that I know are low risk, but I'm going to get some positive yards, keep me ahead of the sticks, find my tight end, run a little out route, stay in the middle of the field. Nice high percentage play.
Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line. That's short of first down yardage. 4th down is coming. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Here's the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. This time they'll go to the running game. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running.
Makes the grab in their space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Running into the open space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Cougars are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Offense working from the pistol. Hands it off. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for space. It's Voorhees. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. They've only converted 1 time in 3 4th down attempts, but they'll try to move the sticks with this one. Pocket breaking down. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pryor. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jenkins. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback slides, and he's got it up for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
On the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away, see where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got enough space. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Cougars! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man, and it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Got enough for the first. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Pryor. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Texas State's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they have got to consider what they should do here in the second half. Their young quarterback, getting the first start of his career, has struggled here in the first half. They have some decisions to make. I will keep you posted as to the conversations and what I'm seeing on the sideline about how they handle this young player moving forward. Guys?
Thanks, Holly.
But how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign. But you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
He's got trips left, single receiver right on 2nd and 2. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Turns it loose. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Keeps it on first down. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Running inside, it's Jenkins. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Here's a little room there. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Man, It's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Gets the 1st himself. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's got it, 1st down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Out of the, could be an alley. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the 1st down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Blue 22, blue 22.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash. And this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And this one splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working there.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Freeman. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll go to the ground. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch in the middle. It's Freeman. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. He wants to change this route. Run in the red zone, it's Voorhees. The defense uses a timeout, that's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Booster. Go.
Back to pass on second down. He caught it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone.
Sweet.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Touchdown, Washington State. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's the Sparks. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Really good third down defense, man. Understanding the sticks and getting them in third and long, first of all, is where they won first. And then playing the pass, breaking on the football, forcing a fourth down and in their own territory for the offense. Great job by this team.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Fires downfield. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Hey, I got to be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He'll get rid of it. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Got his man downfield. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And the Bobcats trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip, for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And they'll take a knee.